Uh-oh. We ain't getting nobody on today, boy. Where is everybody on this Monday? Not good, not good. Not good. Sean-sational. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, I got somebody on here. Hurting on here today. It's a weak-ass Monday, I guess. Had legs today, good leg workout today. Enjoyed the UFC fights this weekend. Thoughts on the Jersey drones? I was watching some clips on that. You know, it's amazing how, isn't it amazing how the government always plays these things off? Fong, what's up? I mean, I wish that I could see. I'd love to catch one of those with my own eyes. Fong, where am I? I am in South Florida, Boca Raton, Florida. Where are you from? I want to see some of the good stuff, Sean-sational. I want to see some of the weird, unidentified flying objects and the drones and the Chinese spy balloons. I want to catch some of that stuff with my own eye. Monday, Nathan. Did you guys get any notifications that I was on today? Should I throw a session back up on the old IG? Should we take it back and throw a session up on the old IG one day this week? I don't know. Let me know. I got a really good video coming out today. 6 p.m. chest workout. Nobody watched the Kenny KO and Chris Luke boxing match. I don't know why. That video is so funny. PG Misfit Maniacs, my mom is in hospital at the moment. Oh no, we'll definitely send some prayers. Mickey, what's going on? What happened? Oh, Abel's here. Good morning. Shout out to Connecticut. What up, what up? Oh, Vietnam, wow. I figured it may be Vietnam with that Fong, call me crazy. Vietnam in the house. I actually was locked up with 2 different guys from Vietnam. They must have figured out the federal prison system decided that I match up well with the Vietnamese. When I was in Atlanta, they paired me with 2 different Vietnamese guys. Very, very different guys, too. One of them had dreads, and the other one was your more, I suppose, traditional Vietnamese looking guy. How about that? My name is PJ. Good to see you on here. So anyway, guys, chest workout comes out today. 6 p.m. All the videos, all the training videos will be Mondays at 6 p.m. Anything else I'll sprinkle in, pepper in during the week. But those will be the 6 p.m. days. I'm surprised at how poor the Kenny KO and Chris Luke story went up. Although I tightened it, I titled it something different. As you see, I titled it "Was It Rigged?" Trying to capture on those Tyson Jake Paul views. Mark Dog, good morning. So anyway, it was leg day today. Had a good leg session. Feeling good. You always got to work off that weekend food. That weekend bullshit food. Had some donuts this weekend. Feeling pretty fat today. Steven, hola. Tomorrow's chest day. I'm going to donate blood today. I'm going to get a little blood donation going. Get that out of the way. And that's it. But I had a very good leg workout this morning. Watched UFC Saturday. I don't know if any of you guys watched UFC this weekend. Pretty good card overall. Best fight of the night, in my opinion, was the Cub Swanson fight. Great fight. Watched it again Sunday morning. Kobe Covington got his ass whooped again. Fortunately for him, they stopped it in the 3rd round because his eye was just bleeding all over the place. All over the place. And honestly, that was the most blood I think I've ever seen in a fight. It was thick too, boy. That eye was bleeding. So they stopped it. but he was getting worked in that fight. He came out with Hulk Hogan, which was cool. But if you come out with Hulk Hogan to Hulk Hogan's theme music and then you don't win, it's kind of whack. We watched, Nathan, you know what we watched this weekend? I don't know if you have seen this already. It's been out for a little while, but we watched Bike Riders this weekend. It was good. I like Tom Hardy. He's always good. Good movie. A little bit different than I expected it to be. Kind of sad. Based on a true story. But I give it the 2 thumbs up if you guys haven't seen that one. Mark Dog said, had a great meal at Eddie V at Meisner this weekend. Have you ever been there? I don't think so. Have we ever been to Eddie V?
No, it's newer.
Newer place? No. What kind of food, Mark Dog? What'd you eat? Maybe we'll have to check that out. Fong got all those flags in. I love it. Big Daddy, good morning. So I don't know if any of you guys saw that movie, but if you haven't, I recommend it. It's free on Amazon Prime right now. I like the free stuff. Oh, we watched another movie. What did we watch last night? Actually, Nathan, did we watch that? Is Carry On the movie that we watched last night?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty decent, actually. Nathan, you're right. We watched that before we went to bed last night. Pretty surprising for Netflix. Netflix is usually pretty lame. Netflix was good years ago, and I feel like it's gotten progressively worse. Also, Netflix, there's an overwhelming theme on Netflix movies. We'll see if anybody in here can pick it out before I do. I'm curious if any of my the small amount of people that are here this morning have figured out the overwhelming theme on Netflix. But that one was good. Although they did kind of stick to the theme a little bit in that one, if you know what I'm talking about. Bro, you are boiled potato with wings. How many years have I been going to the gym? I have been going to the gym for over 30 years. With the exception to the 2 years that I was in prison. We had no gym there. That's funny. But we did watch Carry On, actually, and you're right, that was entertaining. It was good. It was a good Netflix and chill late night movie. We've been watching Dexter. Season 4 of Dexter. We're going in a lot of different directions with this cardio Q&A this morning since I haven't gotten so many questions in so far. But Season 4 of Dexter, I've officially been at this point tired of Rita. It's kind of ruining the show for me, the scenes with Rita. I don't care about all the scenes with Rita and the kids. That's not, it's gotten in a boring direction with me on Dexter. We'll see what's going on. They have made things a little bit interesting now. Agent Lundy has been killed. Noor Alif says hi from Brunei. Durul Salam. Okay, what up? Shout out to Brunei. He low-key inspired Hulk. Home, how you doing this morning? Lobster tacos and the bone-in. Oh man, you're listen. With that selection, you can't go wrong. And the sea bass, those are fine choices. I love me some ribeye and sea bass. I was happy to watch UFC, Big Daddy. Yes, there were some great fights on there. Shout out to Cub Swanson, 41 years old with the win. I love rooting for the old guys. Now that I'm an old guy. Man, Manel Kape looked incredible. Happy Monday, Melanie. How was your weekend, Melanie? What do you got going on? Marissa's off today. We're going to do some stuff today, run a little errands today. Getting close to that holiday time. What else is going on? Like I said, if you jumped on late, we got the leg workout coming out. Or excuse me, the chest workout is coming out tonight. 6 p.m. That's it, guys. It's Monday. It's Monday. I'm doing time. You are a gentleman at its finest, man. Keep it up, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Home. Home, where you from? Martag, did you get in lots of fights as a bouncer? I remember Palumbo mentioning you would destroy Derek Anthony in a fight. Yeah, I was, look, yes and no. So first of all, I got in a lot of fights in grade school growing up because I was kind of like the anti-bully. So I was fat when I was young until I started playing sports. And all the kids that would pick on me, it got to a point where there was a day where I just snapped. And I found out I was pretty good at fighting, and then I stopped taking shit, and people stopped messing with me more and more. But when I got into high school, anybody that would bully any of my friends, the older guys, I was always the enforcer. So, I mean, by the time I was in my early 20s, most of that was out of my system. But there were a few times in the club working where there would always be these people that wanted to challenge me. And I would give them ample warnings. But also, I'll say this. When you're a young meathead, and I think this is part of growing up, it becomes almost like, it's like peacocking in a way, you know? It's like, and of course, you don't have to be on steroids, right, to be in this kind of position, because at that age, your testosterone is very high anyway. So you see this kind of peacocking with young men anyway. But for me, it was kind of like, I knew that I was the baddest dude in there. So if you dared challenge me, then it was like, all right, well, then let's just settle that. You want to step up to the challenge. Let's see how this will go. But by the time I was like 25, 26, that was all out of my system. Is it possible to catch a fish with a drone? Very good question. I don't know. Drones have come quite a long way. I'm sure some of these alien drones that we have going around now that kill all of the regular drones, you could, right? Shalom, Bolshoi. BJ, good morning. Fatima, good morning. Where's everybody checking in from on this fine morning? It's a little quiet today. Mark Dog, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna guess yes, though, Mark Dog, because I'd like to, you know, get up on that myself for the new year. So either you ask or I'll ask today. VJ Kamara, oh man, those days are long, long behind me. Anything involving the club is long behind me. I don't really prefer. In fact, I remember retiring from working in the club on a night where there was just so many fights. And I was tired of breaking up fights and seeing the madness. There was a very bad girl fight that night, and I was like, I have enough of this. How do you balance sodium and potassium? That's a good question. So if you're eating a balanced diet, it shouldn't be so hard to balance these things, guys. Now, for starters, potassium is found in a lot of the foods that we eat naturally, right? It's just a matter of how much. And, you know, when I say balance, I mean a healthy amount of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. You know, that's what I mean. I don't mean like breaking it down into bodybuilding scientific meals, but I don't think that anyone should need to take a potassium supplement unless you're someone who genetically has an issue with retaining potassium. Now, I will tell you, when I was abusing alcohol, my body was so dehydrated that they put me on a prescription potassium supplement. But that's an extreme case. Now, I will also tell you that there's people that are very scared of salt, and that is a foolish way to be. So I use pink sea salt on all my food. And when I get my blood work done, my sodium actually still comes up kind of low. So, you know, you can use your sports drinks and things like that, Pedialytes and things like that, but, you know, part of it has to do with just the way that you eat. And if you're eating a balanced diet, you shouldn't be deficient in these in these electrolytes unless you're in a position where you're aggressively sweating like crazy all the time, or taking something that's dehydrating you and stripping electrolytes. If Marissa will ask you to make a tattoo on your face, I love Marissa, we agree to a name in your purest and endless love. No tattoos on the face. Maybe if there's like millions involved with it, I'll do it for money, not for love. Giovanni, hey PJ, been a fan since 2012. Thank you. What is your favorite video I've ever done? Mine is you teaching Janota how to drive. That is a damn good one. My favorite video that I've ever done. So the posing video with Jason, I love that video so much because I'll tell you, that was when I was first battling with my panic attacks. And it was frustrating me so bad, guys, because as a competitive bodybuilder, I never had any issues like that when I was competing. And I was like, what is going on with my body? And it was really stressing me out. And that day, I was laughing so much. It was the best mood I had been in a while. And I'll always remember that day. The stick one was great also. I'm glad you liked the Project Freak videos. I thought those were very cool videos. I always loved doing the Black Friday videos. To be honest with you, man, though, I will tell you, probably the best video that I think I've ever done was the wrestling video with Guy Sister Nino. So much went into that. So much went into that. And it came out so good. And the way we did it in such a short amount of time, throwing it together, I thought, man, I'm really proud of that one. Have you ever experienced Haktua from a chick? Man, I've experienced most of the things that you could think of over the years. I've never been pegged, so no, don't ask me anything about that, but outside of that, yeah, spitting and stuff like that, sure. I started listening again to the Iron Empire Raider podcast. Man, I love that people actually remember that stuff. Those were some fun days. We were funny as hell back then. Thank you, man. How do you think Italian mafia makes money these days? Oh, it's got to be Bitcoin. It's got to be Bitcoin mining, Bolshoi. How do you think they do it? Don't lie, PJ, about the best video. I think the best video is definitely the guy video. The guy and me wrestling. Whatever happened to that drone that you and Aaron had? It broke. The big one broke. One of the guys crashed it, and I think that was it for the drones after that. I never flew that drone once. Closing time. Or Collective Soul Shine. Oh. Closing. I'm going with closing time. Semisonic. When PG was in beast mode, sitting on top of the world, I'm sure he had plenty of good videos. Once upon a time, let's see, you're an OG in the game, bro. Thank you, Giovanni. I appreciate it. Yeah, that there are videos that I'm sure that I'm forgetting. Best video you ever done was your men's physique. Oh, that's an old one, Bolshoi. You mean at Dave Palumbo's house? That was when men's physique first started. I had the walk down already. People forget about that. Thank you for refreshing my memory on that one, Bolshoi Kush. I'm actually going to have to go check that one out myself. I forgot about that one. That's a classic. Right at old Dave's house. I got to get some more fiber lives. Speaking of Dave, we're running a little low. What else we got going on this fine Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen? I appreciate the questions starting to come in now. Got a good little pace going on right here. Transitional says, theory on why Del Rey doesn't have any good gyms LA off Linton being the best gym in the city is such a shame. I hate that LA personally. But I guess you're right if that is the best one. And Marissa used to go to that one sometimes, and I'd go in there with her and I'd be like, man, why do you go to this one? This one's terrible. Oh, it's closer to my house. I'd rather go to I used to drive to the Deerfield one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what other options you really have in Delray, so I couldn't tell you comparatively. I agree that Philly definitely has a good shot, Giovanni. I kind of stopped watching football this year because the Jets suck so bad. Daniel says, we finally have crunch gyms coming to Missouri since all the good guys have one. Yeah, you know, crunch gym. I remember years ago there was an awesome crunch down here. It was like the only one, and now there seems to be a bunch of them. They've really popped up quite a bit. You know, gyms keep evolving and changing. You know, like when I go through the history of the gyms, if you're in your 40s or older, you'll remember the days when there was very good World's Gym, Gold's Gym, Powerhouse Gym. And that has all really changed quite a bit. LA Fitnesses, of course, became big. 24-hour Fitnesses became big. But you know what really fucked all the gyms up was all of these boutique-style gyms. And then when things like Orange Theory, which is a great business investment, I know, started doing its thing, then you started losing a lot of the girls to those gyms. And then Planet Fitness, you started losing more people to those gyms. And the gym industry is saturated now. So, you know, I do hear, though, I have a buddy, Mike, that he's been to literally like 200 different Planet Fitnesses. He travels for work all around the country. And he says a lot of the ones that he goes to that used to be Gold's gyms are really good. So, I guess it's a matter of where you go. When I was on furlough, guys, true story. What up, Al? What up, Tanya? When I was on furlough for 2 days, I got 2 days of freedom from prison. One of the things that I did when I was on furlough was go to the gym. Marissa brought me to the gym. It was awesome. And we went to a Planet Fitness out there in, I guess, Montgomery, Alabama. And it was actually good. George Michael, Fast Love, or Too Funky. You know, I love me some George Michael, Bolshoi. A lot of classics from our buddy George Michael. Freedom! Fong is still here. What else we got going on? What else do you guys have going on today to get the week going? Christmas is right around the corner. It's Hanukkah and Christmas season and Kwanzaa season. What else? New Year's is coming right around the corner. Resolutions. $2025, crazy. Studying and going to Planet Fitness. Get that studying in, good. What you studying for, Daniel? Phil Collins, Against All Odds. Ooh, good one. Or REO Speedwagon, Keep on Loving You. It's against all odds. Or, cause I'm gonna keep on loving you. Damn. Man, I don't want to make the wrong decision on this one. I think I'm going, cause I'm gonna keep on loving you. I might change my position on that one tomorrow. I'd have to hear both of those songs on the radio again and really get into it, really feel the music. Good morning, Luke. Good to see you. Hey, Luke, I've been meaning to email you back. I'll get to you today, buddy. Cuddy Black is doing chess and going to work. Good. What's on the agenda for chess today? What's on the program? There are a lot of fugazis, oh my God, in the gym business, absolutely. All the gyms now look the same. There's really no character. Best gyms are the old ones, I agree. There's a very good gym down here called Athletic Factor, right over in Pompano. Chris Luke has a very good gym down in Miami, the Flex Appeal Miami. I did the big meet and greet, the Braun Army, at that gym. That gym's got a lot of really good equipment. Are you doing the TB and BPC, Al? What is the best rep range for heavy lifting? In my humble opinion, when we're focused on hypertrophy, muscle growth, there's data that suggests over the years, when you look at all breaking down, that failing, that's the key word here, between an 8 to 12 rep range is ideal for progress. So if you're on the bottom end of that 8, where let's say you're hitting some 6s, or you're on the high end of that, where maybe you're hitting some 14, 15 rep ranges, I think that's okay to pepper that stuff in. But you want to be feeling somewhere in that 8 to 12 rep range. Which means you don't pick a weight and just do it 8 times or 12 times and stop. It's when you can't complete those reps with proper form anymore. That's the way to go. Now, if you were training for powerlifting or Olympic lifting, where the objective is much different, then I will answer that question much differently. Nathan says it's like 50 degrees in San Diego. I don't give a fuck what people say. I'm absolutely freezing. Hell no. That's too cold. That was the thing. When I lived out there, Nathan, I was like, dude, it gets colder out here than I want it to. Good. Keith, get it? Yo, Keith, listen, I'm in season 4 of Dexter, and Marissa and I both officially hate Rita. We hate her character. Is this something that is common with other people, or is it just us? We just have a strange problem with Rita. Bolshoi Kush said today, first time I flew first class, holy shit, for all the bad neck issue bodybuilders, laid 6 hours like a baby and slept. Listen, Bolshoi Kush, once you go first class, there's no going back. There's no going back. Good, Nathan. Get that try working. Listen, it's a great song. It's a damn good song. Bolshoi Kush. It's a tough choice you gave me there. It's a sadder song, yes. I think, at least. You ain't doing that rep range at Planet Fitness. LOL, more like 30 reps for incline because the dumbbells only go to 75. That's why you pre-exhaust like crazy and just do those reps in super slow motion. Luke Dory, do I still eat the muscle? No, that stuff was very good, but I make my own. Have you seen the recipe video that I did of how I make my own protein pudding? Delicious. Delicious, Luke. It's so damn good. And you do it yourself. Boom, boom, boom. You want to prep meals for the week, you can make a whole week's worth, and it's quick. My nagging obsession, doing PJ Braun's badass shoulder workout. Go back to this because my 6'3", 240. Still savage, baby. That's what I like to hear. Get in there and kill it. I would say the workouts that people say they liked the most over the years were those badass workout of the weeks. I'm glad that you enjoy them. You know, we had all the different BPG workouts. We had the badass workout of the weeks, then all the random stuff that I've done. Now we got this new series going. But I would say overall, the badass workout of the weeks were the ones that people like the most. Hey, maximize those giant sets and those super sets, guys. Good to see you still going strong at 54. Al says, haven't started the BBC, started doing rehab and using the rebuilding Milo book. So for mobility and strength has improved. Definitely not anywhere. Hey, listen, slow and steady, Al. Ha ha ha. Bolshoi, I gotcha. Favorite mob movie? Yours is either Donnie Brasco or Bronx Tale. 2 classics. Mine is Goodfellas, though. Those are also great movies, but Goodfellas is my favorite. Never heard anyone else not like her. So here's my thing, New World Muscle. I'm in season 4, and this season is the season I've liked the least. I've progressively hated Rita more. I honestly have a hard time with scenes with Rita. I can't stand her acting or her as a character. It's both of us. We would love it if you would murder Rita. No, it's not going to happen. I don't understand the desire to stay with Rita. I just don't get it. This season I thought was really lame the first few episodes, but Agent Lundy just got killed. I was bummed out. I like Agent Lundy, so it's piqued my interest to watch again. This season is my least favorite so far, with the Trinity killer. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Jeff King or Rory Liedermeyer? Tough one. Very tough one. Good question. I'm going Jeff King on that one, though. Difference between dating Irish, Latino, and Jewish girls. Irish, no ass. Latino, fiery temper. Jewish girls, you gotta have that paper. You gotta have that paper, Bolshoi. You gotta have that paper. Giovanni said, I also love the one day in the life videos that he dropped. That one was, somebody said that I couldn't do that, and that's why I did that. That was a tough one. Order 66, Rita. Yeah, she needs to get Order 66. Ducati, good morning, sir. Lundy was cool, yes. You know, the sister and the guy who played Dexter were married in real life. No, I didn't know that. That's funny. That's very funny. Bolshoi says, dude, I'm ready to grind as the best to fly only first in business class. Listen, there's no comparison to it, especially if you take the time to lock in your flights way in advance. You can usually get a better deal. Save your miles, that's what we always did. I honestly can't stand flying coach at this point. I mean, I'm not as big as I used to be, so I'm sure it's not quite as bad. When I was really big, though, and I was flying coach all those years, oh my God, hated it. Knees get all sore. I did go off plan this weekend. Psionic, not as bad as in the past, though. I don't, actually, my weight was still around the same yesterday. Let's see here. Down in Florida now, St. UDM. Okay, buddy. Sounds good, Ducati. I'll look for it. Giovanni says, Italian girls are the best. They'll argue right back. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And then the actor who plays Dexter was like, wait, I like men in real life. Wait, is that really true? Wow. Do you think same rule like flying business class relates to 5-star hotel or restaurant? No. The restaurants, you can get good food all over the place. And honestly, man, a lot of times the 5-star restaurants are disappointing to me. I've never been disappointed in a first class seat. Same thing with hotel. There was a weekend where I wanted to stay. I was told, this is back in the day, guys. I was told that the best hotel in Miami was the Setai, right? And I paid for a suite. It was over $2,000 a night. Not worth it at all. Ridiculous. I mean, for $2,000 a night, you want the best of the best, you know? That being said, a Motel 8, you get what you pay for. But I think when you break down 5-star hotel, 5-star restaurant versus first class flight, the money for the first class flight is well worth it over the other places. Zionic up 3 pounds, only 9 days left. Travel friendly. Got to get stupid trick for a week. Hammer it in, brother. You can do it. I got, I think, 2 more weeks on the 5 amino. I'll probably break for a week, switch up to the SLU, report my progress overall. Bolshoi Kush, think you could have top 6? With the physique that I had, yes, definitely. How do I rate Golden Corral? You're never going to believe this, guys. I have still never been to a Golden Corral. And I love buffets. But I've never lived anywhere where we had them. And I've never been anywhere on the road where I could get other people to go with me. The Story Told on Media's podcast is the all-time best story ever. Is that podcast the one that we just did, Joe? Is that what you're talking about? Is that one up already? Jay Cream in the house. Shout out to Adam Pollard for competing at the Ruby Classic next year in honor of Big Lenny. Okay. I remembered why I haven't added him when I'm here yet. Stated that it's best to already be sub 10% for most of it. Well, you know, Billy is very lean. Billy G. So he's a good person to guinea pig this, I suppose, over myself. He's done very well with it, I've seen. Marissa this morning was saying how much leaner I look in my lower back and whatnot. It seems like the first week was a little slow, and then maybe after the second week I've started to notice it a lot more. You know what? I haven't really been taking any aminos, New World Muscle, not like I used to. I used to be religious with them. Okay, thank you for telling me, Joe. I appreciate that. I'll have to get it up reposted. There were 50 people waiting in the comments on my business class. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, man. It's crazy. You know what it is for me? Zionic is, everybody has their trouble spots. Mine have kind of changed as I've gotten older. But the back of my body takes longer to get in than the front of my body, right? So at this point, I don't really have too much fat left on my stomach. You know, like I got to really pinch to do any sub-Q shots on my stomach, but I hold more in my low back kidney area. I got plenty there. So for her, in the morning, you know, she's standing behind me seeing that. She's like, oh man, I really noticed a big difference. So I can't see that stuff. And I'm far beyond the days of, you know, progress pictures and photos. I'm kind of basing it more on the scale because I have an idea in my mind on what I want to see on the scale. So love the research on peptides. You can wonder about a lot of places selling them. Listen, man, it's really hard to know who is reputable. Unfortunately, you kind of got to trust your gut. Look for the reputable stuff. You know, if you have, here's the thing with the peptides is a lot of the HRT clinics are going to sell them and they're going to be expensive. You hope, though, for that matter, that they're coming from a compound pharmacy that's reputable. You know, I would trust that first over most of the research chem sites, but you're probably going to pay more money. That's the thing. So it's a question of paying for the quality. But, you know, most of the time, if you see something really cheap, I'd steer clear. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We got one. My fat ass will go to Golden Corral. Listen, Daniel, I love buffets. You know, like when we're in Vegas, I've been to all the Vegas buffets for the most part. I used to love going to the Wynn Buffet. We did a whole video at the Wynn Buffet. Yeah, you know what, Zionic, when I was competing, it was my ass. I held a lot of weight in my ass. I'd be super lean in my quads, hold it in my ass. So it's all different. We have these different trouble spots. So I kind of focus on how those trouble spots are doing. During my groin injury, did I do any leg movements? I'm concerned about the loss of size. So there was, for the beginning phase, there was very few things that I could do, Al. So I could do extensions and curls, very concentrated. And that was pretty much it. Then as I got better, I was able to do some light leg presses and pendulum squat with a closer stance. I had to keep my stance very close and restrict my range of motion, Al. But I'll tell you, I have still, so last week I tried doing the I tried doing the vertical leg press with just 145, and it still didn't feel okay on my groin. So I was like, you know what, let's scrap this. Today, I did the 45-degree leg press, and I just went very slow, just 2 45s on each side. Sets of 20 really slow, and it felt okay, but I gotta be really careful and lock myself in first, so don't rush that shit, Al. Gotta have that quality buffet, baby. So, you know, there's one that I've tried now, guys. I don't have any affiliation to him, but a few of my friends have talked about him. I don't even want to talk about it on here because I heard you get demonetized over that stuff on here. Oh my God, they closed the Foxwoods buffet. Damn. The good old Foxwoods days. Have you seen the movie Lost Paradise with Benicio del Toro? He played Pablo Escobar. I think I did. I love Benicio del Toro, so I probably did. Probably saw it. I'll have to go and look and check in and see. My best and worst pose among mandatory poses. So when I was healthy, I'll run you through it right now. When I was healthy, front double bi, okay. Front lat spread, good. Side chest, possibly my best. Side try, really rough one for me with the shoulder injuries. So that one, unfortunately, even though I got great arms, was a really hard one for me later on in my career. Couldn't get into it comfortably. Back double bi, pretty solid. Back lat spread, solid. And my abs and thigh was pretty good too. So my best poses, probably most muscular and side chest. Take your pick on those. And I would say my worst pose was either the front double bi. You know, the front double bi is a interesting shot because I am very tricep dominant. So my triceps look great in side shots. I have some good front double bi, you know, posing videos and things over the years. But my upper body grew a lot faster than my lower body. So, you know, I spent a lot of time playing out with my positioning of my legs to try to make my legs look better. So I'd say worst poses were probably side try and front double bi, and best poses probably either most muscular or side chest. I'm very thick in the side, so. Oh man, I favorite hot dog toppings. You know, I don't really eat hot dogs too often, but if I do, I like a little sauerkraut and mustard. But I'll eat a chili dog. I agree, Bolshoi. It's worth it, man, when it comes to flying. Giovanni, me and Cutler talked about doing that podcast. Definitely want to do it. Looking forward to setting it up for sure. It'll happen. New World Muscle says, I always do 4 to 6 warm-up sets now of everything I do, especially since, yeah, man, listen, take your time in the gym, guys. Warm up. Don't rush right into it. Ease your way into it. It's not going to negatively affect your growth. Would you ever do poses and prep during rest time? Absolutely. I used to pose like crazy in between every set. Typically, the body part that I was training, that would be the poses that I was focused on. As the closer I got to shows, the more posing that I would do. I typically don't do any of that stuff anymore, though. Being rich definitely saves you time approaching chicks when you don't have cash. Yes, it's a much different time though now, guys, as far as picking up girls. You know, back then you had to go and actually talk to girls and ask them out. Have a personality, and now you just slide. Oh man, Bolshoi Kush. Matt Mendenhall or Edward? Matt Mendenhall, one of the most underrated ever. Great physique. I did not read Dorian's biography. Is it good? Watched Blood and Guts plenty of times though. Trink 42, Blackstone MA. What are you asking me, my friend? I'm at 49 minutes. I'm going to start scrolling down here. Got this big zit on my face this weekend. I got to go put some work into that bad boy. 44 years old, you can still get them. In Shadows. No, didn't read it, Bolshoi. Does he talk about the Holocaust in there? Jackie Boy. Doggies are here watching me. Bolshoi Kush says, Brock Lesnar also released a book in the mid-2000s, Death Clutch. My top 3 favorite books. Extremely motivating. Oh, yeah, very good. Interesting. Oh, man, you always got to watch those Ronnie videos, man, back in the day. Okay, Bolshoi, thank you for the heads up. Bolshoi, you're going to read mine when it comes out. That's what I want to know. Been working on it hard. Guys, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Give me one more good question before we go. Good one today. Gonna go shower up. Get ready to go and do a little blood donation. And then that's it. Glad to have you guys on here today. Appreciate you. Best vitamins for eye health. They say that vitamin A is actually good for your eyes and good old-fashioned beta-carotene. But I believe that you should keep your fish oils. Keep those healthy doses of fish oils in. They do quite a bit for the brain and will help with your eye health as well. These kids these days wear different shaped pimple band-aids as fashion. Yes, we have them, Scatman. We have them actually, and they're hilarious. They have the flesh-colored ones. I might sport one of those today, actually. I'm not doing the, the Nelly Band-Aid, that's for sure. Are aliens demons? That's a very intellectual question. We could get into that pretty deep, I think. What do you think? I wonder what the aliens think to that question. Smallville or Buffy the Vampire? Buffy the Vampire. I didn't like Smallville, personally. New World Muscle says Smallville is badass. Buffy was a lot cheesier, but back then I liked the cheesy stuff. And I'll take, personally, guys, if I could take a show over both of them, I'm taking Charmed. Give me a little Charmed. Give me a little OG Charmed action. I'll take that. Whew, good session today. Very, very, very good session today. Look at that hair. Guys, 6 p.m. tonight. chest workout. You want to get some great chest tips. You want to see me kick the shit out of Chris Luke. He did awesome once again. You gotta like Buffy. Yeah, you gotta like Buffy. It's a very good one. So every Monday, 6 p.m. is when I drop the new, Project Huge, Project Freak, Volume 2, whatever we're gonna call them, videos. So be ready. And that's it. I appreciate you guys coming in here with me. I love you guys. Good one today. We started out kind of slow. I was worried that nobody was going to be in here this morning, but we came on late. So I appreciate that. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Bolshoi, on that one. You guys all have a fantastic day. God bless. Peace out. Bye.